Alright, so what is good, everybody on YouTube? This is of course your boy B, Bullet RC, coming at you guys again with another, or if y'all read the title, you know why you're here. Now, I've been getting a lot of comments reminding me that some of you out there will be heading back to school, heading back to class, unfortunately pretty soon. And since that is the case, a lot of people are asking for a brand new top 10 back to school sneakers under $100 or at around $100, and that is what we are here to talk about today. Now, it wouldn't be my list if there weren't some honorable mentions or some extra shoes, so it's not just 10, there are a few extras here and there that I want to talk about. And remember, I will be linking everything down below in the description, so if there's a shoe that you like or a shoe that you see or something that I talk about that you might want to check out, a link will be down below for you just to make it as easy as possible for you, just in case maybe you need to come back to the video. Blam is down there for you. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and let's get into the list. Save money boys in the building, frugal boys in the building. There won't be any Yeezys or anything crazy like that, but I think it's gonna be some good solid sneakers that you guys can grab and stuff that I would actually wear. I didn't want to jump on camera and just show you guys shoes that I didn't think were dope or I wouldn't wear, so these are 10 shoes that I would actually wear. Anyways, top 10 back to school sneakers under 100. Let's get it.
Damn, no key just to start it. Now I'm getting money, I remember I just was stopped.
Now, I actually do have two honorable mentions that I want to get into before we get into the top 10. Now, first up would be the Nike React Presto. The reason this really didn't make is because, yes, I do get a little bit flexible at 100. Maybe I might include some that's 110, 120, and these are at that 120 price point. And there are actually some shoes on this list that retail at 130 or 140, but you can get them at under 100. The thing about these is that they are brand new, and with them being brand new, they're probably gonna set that 120 price point for a little while. But be aware and pay attention to like sites like Foot Locker, Chance, Finish Line, Eastbay. Sometimes they have different discount codes that you can use, and you might be able to score a pair of these for under $100. So that's the first honorable mention, the Nike React Presto. Super comfy, super cozy, great go-to, just toss on, wear it, no real problems. A nice go-to cozy sneaker. I was gonna put the original Presto up here, but they had this new model, so I'd rather put the new one up there than the old one. Now, the second honorable mention I have right here is the Adidas ZX 500 RM. This is actually a boost model from Adidas. Now, the B-roll that you guys are seeing or the on-feet footage that you guys are seeing are from the Commonwealth collab. Unfortunately, this colorway you aren't going to find at under 100, but on adidas.com there are colorways that are clocking in at $70. So they have some that are half off. This shoe does run true to size, and you do get some nice boosts. Very comfortable sneaker, and that's why I wanted to make sure to mention these at least somewhere on the list. The Adidas ZX 500 RM. It's a very weird sneaker, but still nonetheless a dope Adidas model, and I just don't see people really talk about these a lot. Another good cozy shoe. Now let's get into the top 10.
Walking in this water like to see, watch out, I party. I got something for you, please don't run up on me.
So at number 10, I had to make sure I put these on the list because if I didn't, someone was going to say something about it, and that is the Adidas Continental 80. It is very similar to the Power Phase, but it isn't a Power Phase, and these retail at $80. So $20 under 100, and there are some colorways going for I think 30. Like that all red leather colorway, I believe is going for $30 on sale. I believe that's on Foot Locker. And this shoe right here is just going to be your nice, clean, basic, simple silhouette that's going to work with a lot of different stuff depending on the colorway. Now, while the red colorway is $30, it is the cheapest, I don't really see myself, or I wouldn't see myself wearing those a lot. I'd rather get a pair that's all over black, the all over cream pair, or maybe an all over white or gray, just something neutral that is going to allow me to wear the shoe with multiple different outfits. So at number 10, the Adidas Continental 80.
I feel like I'm hardest. I'm so used to balling. You need to award this.
Now at number 9, we have a newer silhouette, and this one is coming from Puma. It's probably gonna be making it on a lot of people's list just because it is a cozy sneaker, a comfy sneaker, and a good looking new silhouette from Puma, and that is the RSX. Now, this is the Toys colorway. It actually did restock on Puma.com, and these do retail at 110. The reason they're on the list is because you can find some colorways for under $100. But I also thought that these at 110, that extra 10 bucks really wouldn't break the bank, so I didn't want to leave them off. Now, as far as sizing goes on these, I would say go a half size up. To me, they fit a little bit snug in the toe, but if you can get your correct size, these are extremely comfortable. It's a really good looking shoe on feet. I'm pretty sure you guys can see in the B-roll, and this is a shoe that's offered in so many different colorways and collabs. There's so many different models and versions of this shoe out there, and that's why I wanted to include it. Now, this isn't the only Puma model that was on this list, but I didn't want to just Puma out the whole list, you have stuff like the Thunder Spectra, the Thunder Electric, the Ralph Sampson, some of the Cell series like the Cell Endure, the Cell Venom, and some of those shoes do retail at over $100, but a lot of them do have colorways on sale. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave a link down below. That way you can go straight to Puma, straight to your lifestyle, and it's gonna be priced low to high, and you guys can go through it and see if you like anything. I would really recommend the Ralph Sampson. It kind of gives that Air Jordan 1 vibe. Being a shoe from the 80s, it has that similar shape, and I do like the materials on that, especially that red, white, and blue colorway. So Puma really is coming in at number 9. There are a ton of different models that you can pick from them. I just went ahead and picked this one in particular because it is readily available, it's everywhere, and there are multiple colorways. Trust me.
Your little bitch keep calling, Lil Uzi keep stalling. That little bitch so garbage, that is not a tie.
Now this next shoe at number 8, I talked about it already, and I told people to go ahead and pick up this shoe because it was a great sneaker at an even $100, and that is the Nike Blazer Mid Vintage 77. I know it's a long name, but it's just the vintage Blazers. Now the colorway I have right here is the white, gray, cream, and Kelly green colorway, but there are other colors with a blue swoosh, a red one, a black one, and also the yellow. The only one that is still available at $100 is the yellow. You might have to search around at different boutique sites to see if you can find any of the other colorways. I just know when this shoe originally dropped, it did sell out and didn't restock, and that's why I made sure to talk about it when it did restock. So I'm probably just gonna link Nike down below where they have the white and yellow swoosh version, but I will look around to see if I can find any more that are at least around $100 because people are trying to actually resell these pairs. For $100, I think it's a super solid shoe. The only thing is it is a Blazer, it is the vintage version, and it isn't the most comfortable sneaker, but at $100, as far as the styling and the look of it goes, it's very hard to beat, especially with some like vintage wash denim like I did for the on-feet. Those are just some old, I think it's a Levi's 512. They look really good with that pair of denim. So at number 8, we have the vintage Blazer, a great shoe. For a $100 sneaker, it is very hard to beat these.
Flex, yeah, all my diamonds set, dry lamb like a vet. Okay. Talking outside of your neck, if it ain't by the check.
Now at number 7, I mean, is it really a top sneakers under $100? If you don't have this type of shoe on your list, I don't know, I don't think so, and that is a pair of Vans. Now this is a crazy colorway. This is the Buzz Lightyear Toy Story ones. Like, this is not a shoe that I would recommend if you're gonna buy 1 or 2 pairs of Vans to get, because these just aren't very wearable because they're lime green, purple, red, white, and blue. These are not going to work with your everyday outfits, but you do have stuff like the Era, the old schools, the skate highs that come in the checkerboard pattern. There are just so many different type of Vans, and I didn't mention this before, but also remember that you have outlets, man, like Nike outlets, Vans outlets, Adidas outlets. Make sure to check these places as well for deals on sneakers. I have a Vans outlet near me, and there are tons of Vans in that store, different colorways, different materials. I mean, it's Vans, bro. They're gonna cost you from about 50 to 80 bucks depending on which colorway or which model you do grab. And I mean, it's just Vans, man. It's a legendary sneaker, a legendary silhouette, and I don't know when people will stop wearing Vans. Probably never.
And if you ain't giving no neck, then I got hit next. You ain't gon' never hear my voice, I talk to text.
Now next up at number 6, we have another staple sneaker. Obviously the all black box means a Nike Air Force One, and it isn't this specific model. This is just the one that I had closest to me that I could pick up. And this particular pair right here, I actually did pick up at the Nike outlet. Once again, make sure to check your outlets. These were marked down to, I believe, yes, 90 bucks, but I got an extra 30% off. So I think I paid, I don't know, around $60 to $70 on these. Now basically in every list, I always include Air Forces, and that's just because it's a legendary silhouette, multiple colorways. You have different versions of the shoe, just like this mushroom jewel pair. You of course have the classic all white joints for 90 bucks. Now all black Air Force activity, I'm not really on the all black Air Force activity, but you know, if that's your thing, you know, do your thing. But for me, a clean pair of all whites for $90, you can't beat it. And once again, these are going to be available at your outlets as well, so just check around.
Think you know everything, you talk too much, but you talk less. Diamonds in my Cardi, not a stalking man. Ooh.
So at number 5, I actually have a shoe that a lot of you guys told me to make sure to include on the next list, and that is the Adidas Night Jogger. Now you guys might notice something, that this is a smaller size, and that is because this is actually my girl's pair, but she definitely recommends these. I see her wear these a lot. She tells me they're extremely comfortable. And while they do retail at $130, you can get pairs on sale at an even $100. So you can get this Boost sneaker right at $100. I think it's a good shoe, especially at $100. You know the Boost is going to be comfy. It is a newer Adidas model. It's not something old. So it's not like you're going to be behind the times copping this shoe at all. This colorway right here has some 3M, probably has some faux suede as well. So you do have some nice mixtures of materials on this pair. So at number number 5 with my girl's recommendation and my recommendation, I would say the Adidas Night Jogger is a good pick.
Damn, no key just to start it. Now I'm getting money, but I just was starving. Okay.
Now at number 4, we have a $75 banger. I'm not gonna talk a lot about them because I have been putting them on lists recently, and that is the Reebok Club C in the vintage colorway. These retail at only 75 bucks. It is a Reebok Club C. The materials on this is very, very nice, and it has that vintage look all over it. It has a cream leather, the cream sole, everything about this shoe looks vintage. Looks like it was pulled straight out of the 80s or 90s, whenever these were created. And I really can't recommend these enough, especially at $75 for the quality that you get and the look that you get. Like I said, man, it just looks like a shoe that was taken right out of its time and transported here to the present day. So it's for $75, the Reebok Club C. There are also other versions of it, but I just think this one is the best with that classic green on the tongue as well as the green on the Reebok with that flag. So bland vintage Reebok Club C, $75. Very, very good pick.
Walking in this water like the sea, watch out, I party. I got something for you. Please don't run up on me.
Now at number 3, we have a shoe that I don't know if everyone just forgot about it, but it's still a very, very solid sneaker. These do retail at $120, but some pairs are on sale on the Adidas right now for $60. 60 bucks, which in my opinion for this shoe is crazy and a crazy good deal, and that is the Adidas Young One. Now unfortunately, this is one of the original colorways. This one is not available. And then one of the other best colorways on the site, which is the red, white, and blue pair, is also still sitting at $120. Either way, I still think it's a very comfortable shoe. It has some good retro styling, and in my opinion, it fits true to size, man. This is a great sneaker, especially on feet. While it's not Boost or anything like that, I still think it's comfy enough, especially at its price point. It isn't as comfortable as the Night Jogger, but I do like the look of this shoe, especially in certain colorways over the Night Jogger. So that's why I have it right here at number 3, the Adidas Young One. Retail $120, but some colorways are on sale right now for $60. A very, very good deal. So yeah, man, the Adidas Young One, I didn't forget about them and just wanted to remind y'all about them as well.
Got my pocket rocket. I feel like I'm hardest. I'm so used to balling. You need to award this.
Now at number 2, I have Jordans, and the thing with Jordans is that to get them at around $100 is kind of hard because they do start at that retail $190, but there is one pair of Jordans that does retail at $90, and that's the Air Jordan 1 Low. Now you guys know me, I'm not the biggest fan of lows, but for Jordans under $100, you're not gonna do too much better than an Air Jordan 1 Low. Unless you're down with putting some Jordan Basuto on your feet under $100, I think the Jordan 1 Low, that's the best way to go. Slight bars. Now I was searching around to see if there were any other shoes that were at that lower price, and the only 2 other Jordans I could find for at around $100 were at $130, and that was the Chlorophyll Air Jordan 3 as well as the Laney Air Jordan 5. Those are the only 2 Jordans at $130. Most of the other Jordans that I see on sale are sitting at $150. But remember, Nike outlets, you might be able to find a Chlorophyll 3 for $120 or $130 with an extra 30% off. So once again, check your outlets. It's a good way to find some different shoes, and you never know what you can find at the outlets. Me personally, I found some amazing deals at the outlets. So at number 2, I have Jordans. It's just very selective at what you can get at that price. So that brings us to number 1.
Young nigga flexing, popping critical. Nowhere left to put these diamonds but my toes.
Now at number 1, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I had been sleeping on this sneaker. I have been seeing it, but I didn't pull the trigger. And luckily enough, Adidas actually sent these to me. I don't know if they're reading my mind, but I did want to try the shoe out. And after putting them on feet, they are very comfortable, and they only retail at $110. The brand new Adidas Oswego. Now the first time I talked about this shoe was when Pusha T wore the all over white and cream pair, and I believe he wore those at Coachella, but now we're going to be getting actual colorways available to the general public, the GR pairs. Now this colorway that you guys are seeing right here, I know is available in every size basically, and once again they retail at $110. If you Google them, someplace you can actually get them for $97. And remember, this is a brand new Adidas model, so I don't really think you're going to be seeing a lot of people wearing these or up on them at all yet. This does have the Adiprene cushioning. The materials on it, you have a very comfy breathable mesh. You have some faux suede around the sides. This colorway has like this silvery, I'm assuming some type of 3M, and it's a nice neutral white blue with a little bit of vault green, the grays. It's just an easy colorway to wear and incorporate into different fits. So at $110, if you want something that's new, that's different, something that not everyone is up on yet, I would tell you to try out the Adidas Oswego. They do fit true to size, and they are very, very cozy. I may be even making a review on this shoe itself, because after putting them on and seeing them in hand in person, I just think a lot of people are sleeping on this particular pair. So at number 1, we have the brand new Adidas Oswego. Once again, these do retail at $110, but if you Google around, you may be able to find them at $97. I think they were $97 on Browns, and Browns is the same place that I got my CDG Moabs at, so they're legit. So with that being said, man, that is it. That is my top 10 with, of course, a couple extras mixed in there. Sneakers for at $100 or under $100 for back to school. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and make sure to drop a like on this bit. Much love to all the fam, followers, and of course supporters. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Snapchat. The Snapchat is bullet.cu, by the way. Here, there, blah, blah, of course, bullet.rc, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed the list. Drop a like. I'm out of here. Y'all be easy. Peace.
Money on my dress, lot with compress.
I don't want no press. These niggas too ash. I come with the ash. I won't talk, won't text. Fuck your bitch, one text. I won't talk, no sex. I don't talk, no flex.